Hey guys, welcome back to Flipped Psychology. I am Miss Lee. We are still in Unit 2, the biopsychology domain. This video covers Section 3, the endocrine system. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and grab your notes and let's get started. The objective in this video is that by the time you have finished watching and taking notes, you will be able to identify and describe the structure and function of the endocrine system, as well as its impact on human behavior, including hormonal effects on the immune system. So let's go ahead and dive in. The endocrine system is made up of the body's glands. We're going to cover just a handful of them, but understand that there are additional glands than the ones that we're going to cover. These are the ones that are most pertinent in psychology. And the first one is the pituitary gland. It is actually in the brain, but it is a gland because it secretes hormones. It's responsible for different hormones that affect various aspects of behavior, such as the growth hormone. It is known as the master gland, and that's kind of in air quotes. It is in the deep, dark recesses of the brain, and it is responsible for transmitting the message to other glands to kick in. So the pituitary gland is kind of like the master of all the glands. It is about the size of a pea. It's tiny, but it is super important. The next one, and if you look at the illustration, we're just kind of making our way down the body. The next gland that we're going to talk about is the thyroid gland. What it does is it produces a hormone called thyroxine, which affects the body's metabolism. So you may have heard of someone having a thyroid condition. Maybe they have hyperthyroidism or hypothyroidism. And how you can usually tell is it affects our body's ability to use up calories. We are continuing down the body. The adrenal gland is next, and adrenal glands are tiny little almond-shaped glands that are found on top of the kidneys. And what the adrenal gland does is the outer layer, which is called the cortex, secretes corticosteroids, and this will actually increase resistance to stress and promote muscle development. However, when you have a consistent increased corticosteroid in your body, it can produce some really problematic side effects. We're continuing to make our way down the body. The next glands are the testes and ovaries. These are glands that both produce hormones testosterone, estrogen, and progesterone that play an important role in development, just development overall, as well as the development of primary and secondary sex characteristics. What those are is the primary sex characteristics are responsible for development of parts of the body that are responsible for reproduction. Secondary sex characteristics are more responsible for things that are associated with one gender or another, like breasts or muscularity or facial hair, that type of thing. These hormones also have psychological effects in addition to those biological effects we just talked about. So let's talk about what the hormones do to the immune system. The thyroid and adrenal glands are necessary for energy. I kind of referred to this when we were talking about the thyroid. Low thyroxine levels can hamper the body's response to viruses, and they can also cause a sluggish response to the inflammation that can occur with certain conditions. The body relies on the thyroid and adrenal glands to stimulate different immune activating functions. So things that our body naturally does to combat viruses and bacterial infections, very much controlled through the thyroid and adrenal glands. So imbalances in estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone can suppress the immune response. So if there's something off about these hormone levels, the immune response can be impacted as well. So basically, to kind of sum it up, is when the body's hormones are either too high or too low, the immune system can be adversely impacted. So before we head out to the next video, you should now be able to describe the structure and function of the endocrine system as well as its impact on human behavior, including hormonal effects on the immune system. In our next video, which will be section 4, we're going to cover one of the biggest controversies in psychology, the impact of nature versus nurture. So get ready. I can't wait to see you then. Bye for now.